First nigga outside before sunrise. Old school ways, but I'm still a young guy. A real trooper, I be grinding on the front line. Hungry for the money, I'ma eat like it's lunchtime. Really out here, nigga, let's go band for band. Made a lot of transactions, I'm talking hand to hand. Based on the statistics, I never had a chance. Till I sketched a blueprint and I mapped the plan. First case crash, took me in for crack rock. 54th and Duwarty, that was the crack block. Stood solid, never folded like a laptop. Trying to get to school, getting banged on at the dash stop. Can you give me a pistol is what I asked Pops. Late nights walking through the ops on Ascot. Really repping for the team like a mascot. Doing stupid shit, I could've really got my ass shot. Second charge that I caught was a gun case. Got bail money, I ain't got a fundraise. Still remember being broke with a fun day. Overgrind cause debts can't go unpaid. So I'm serving like way to serve lunch trade. The 2 doors a Challenger, not a Mustang. Chop her down like a barber, it was one phase. Cameras everywhere, we gon' flush it if they come raid.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Young Woo back with another On The Block reaction here on The Block News. Make sure y'all hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, man. Not later, but right now. Also hit that hype button. Help me get into the algorithm so other people can catch these positive messages that I'll be dropping, this positive game, these jewels I'll be dropping, the shit that motherfuckers trying to deter me from doing. Cause like I said, man, a lot of people are unhappy with me doing these reactions. I know I got a strong fan base or support system from y'all that's actually watching, but it's a lot of people behind the scenes trying to discourage me from doing these reactions. A lot of people hate the fact that I'm dropping this game. I swear to God, it's people behind the scenes like, you know, this and that shit that don't even matter because it'll never work for me. As long as y'all keep rocking with me, I'm gonna keep dropping this shit for y'all. It's nothing nobody can do to stop me from getting this positive message out. This is what I enjoy doing, but it's a lot of people, I'm telling y'all the truth, that don't want this message out. They want y'all kids to stay in the streets. They want y'all kids to continue to follow the street life and jump into this gang culture. I'm telling y'all the truth. They hate the fact that a nigga like myself who's so knowledgeable about the streets, so much positive information to give y'all, and the negative, and me pointing out the negative shit. You feel me? My support system, which is y'all, my viewers, my fans, y'all like the message I'm getting out, but it's certain gang members, gang bangers, certain street niggas, they hate it. They hate this shit. They hate that I'm dropping these jewels. You feel me? And it's because a lot of people are still up in this gang life while I'm pointing out the fact that it's stupid. So it's making them feel bad. You feel me? A lot of people are stuck in this life. You feel me? And scared to change their life. You feel me? So they mad at me. But that's something personal. You feel me? I want the kids are the future. I want them to make better decisions. The niggas that's in the streets that think like I do, or niggas that's similar to me. You feel me? I want them to get up out the streets. Feel me? Like me, I'm not hanging. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. Nigga, like me, I like to do other shit. Like me, I choose to be at the house with my lady, or shit, go to the comedy show. Go to a rap show or something. You feel me? Maybe take a trip, take a plane ride. But all that hanging on the block, man, the streets is dead, homie. On my mama. And if you still in the streets, you just dying with them, fool. On my mama, I'm going to keep on putting this shit out. I don't care who get mad. Nigga, I know it might make a whole lot of niggas dislike me, but niggas don't like me anyway. I've been getting hated on my whole motherfucking life. So I moved militant, you feel me, with my gang affiliations, my gang alignments, where I come from, you know, Pueblos, projects, you know, it's already shit that come with that anyway. So this right here, it don't put much fear in my heart, because I'm going to keep on putting this positive shit out. Because if something happened to me, it's for a cause, nigga. It's for a cause. So I don't give a fuck what a nigga think. Nigga, ain't nothing going to stop me. This message right here, it go for anybody. Anybody that think they can stop me from putting out this type of content. Any nigga that think what they say to me gonna have some type of effect on the content I put out. This message is for you. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep on putting this positive into the world. I'm gonna keep on letting the kids know, stay the fuck out the streets. These niggas will kill you. These niggas will set you up. These niggas will trick you out the streets if you don't get out of them. You feel me? But we gonna get this shit going. The title of this video, you feel me, is called Fruittown Pirus versus Treetop Piru and the Crips. A deadly war. This another Boys in the Hood TV video that I'm reacting to, you feel me? And like I said, I fuck with his content. I love his content, you feel me? And we're gonna get this shit going. Let's get it.
Wow, yeah, fruit tanks.
Styles, man. Tank top, everybody killing, man.
Welcome to Boys in the Hood TV. Today we're tapping in the streets of Compton, and we're gonna be talking about the Fruitown Pirus versus the Treetop Pirus and the Front Hood Crips and many other rivals of the Fruitown Pirus. Now, FTP, better known as Fruitown Pirus, are a Compton-based blood gang founded in the 1970s. It takes its name from the fruit-named streets like Plum, Cherry, Pear, and Peach Street. Over the decades, Fruitown Pirus have been long allied with other Piru sets like Cedar Block and Westside Piru, and at one point, they were affiliated with Treetop Piru. The Fruitown has well-known OGs like OG Rooster, Momo, Ronnie Burks, and Red Eye Rick.
I am Red Eye Rick, original, the first of Fruitown.
By the 1980s, Fruitown Pirus had grown to become one of the most well-known and established hoods in Compton. Going into the 90s, Fruitown had such a ruthless reputation and violent history, they'll be entrenched in a vicious war with the tortilla flats. I did a video about the T-flats, and I'll leave a link down in the description if you want more details about it, but they went to war. Fruitown Pirus lost a lot of people, but also Pirus were responsible for a lot of deaths. But around the same time, while beefing with the T-flats, Fruitown and their allies, the Treetop, were starting to have issues with each other, mainly internal issues, some having to do with drugs and other things. But not long after 1998, it will be an all-out war that will spill into the 2000s. But at the same time, Fruitown had beef on all sides. And one hood in particular was the Front Hood Crips. In early 2004, Fruitown Piru member by the name of Rayvon Robinson was dating a female named Faith Patterson. Not long after, Faith would dump Robinson after her ex-boyfriend, O'Shea Williams, had got out of jail. Now, O'Shea Williams was a Front Hood Crip. Fruitown Piru member Robinson would find this out and he would be pissed. On May 11, 2004, Front Hood Crip O'Shea Williams would...
So, see, a lot of niggas think it's cool and think it's safe. They think it's bull to fuck with ops or females that's from the opposite gang. Me, I never do no shit like that. I don't know. Call me scary, but I'm going to say I'm just smart, right? Because I understand females are emotional. You already got to worry about a bitch getting mad at you and going to tell her brothers. If the bitch don't gay, man, you got to worry about the bitch going to lie on you about something anyway. Getting mad at you, trying to get you killed anyway. So why the fuck would you put yourself in a situation where you fucking with a bitch? Not only is she a Crip, but she's a Crip. That's your enemy. It's cool if you fucking with a girl that's a Crip and you know, y'all not enemies. Listen, but me personally, I'd advise the kids stay out the streets. Don't fuck with no gangbanging females. Me personally, I don't. My lady, she's not a gang member, not a gang banger, or none of that shit. You feel me? I prefer a feminine female that with no gang ties. You feel me? Unless the gang ties to the hood. You feel what I'm saying? But that's a different story. You feel what I'm saying? But this nigga from Fruitown Piru was messing with a girl from Front Hood Crip. She left him, started fucking with him, and went back to her boyfriend that just got out of jail, and he from Front Hood. So the nigga from Fruitown Piru, you know niggas be mad over bitches, but they hide behind gangbanging. So not only is this my op, but you add a fuel to the fire, nigga. You took my bitch. That's how nigga be thinking. You took my bitch, nigga, and you a Crip, nigga. You from those Crips, nigga. Fuck that. This nigga took my bitch. That's how they feeling in the inside. But what they do is they make it seem like it's about gangbanging. You feel me? A lot of niggas are running to their ops or know where they ops be, and they won't do nothing to them. You feel me? They won't really care. But let a bitch get involved. Man, it's all out war about a broad. That's how niggas be moving, man. But listen, we gonna keep this shit going.
We driving down Rosecrans with 3 other people in the car. They would stop at the intersection of Rosecrans and Willowbrook at a stoplight, when suddenly Robinson of Fruitown Pirus would run up on Williams' car and open fire. Williams would press the gas, but was hit multiple times and would lose control of the vehicle, crashing off the side of the road. Immediately, Rayvon Robinson would flee the scene. Sometime later, investigators would start looking for multiple Fruitown members as possible suspects. On October 13th, Fruitown member Robinson and Rufus Brown would walk into a Wiener Schnitzel restaurant after closing time. They would pull out handguns and demand money from the employees. After robbing the place, they would flee the scene. But not long after this, Robinson would be identified at the robbery at the restaurant based on the surveillance footage and also for the murder of the front hood Crip O'Shea Williams. Multiple witnesses would testify against Robinson, and he would be convicted of murder, attempted murder, and assault with a firearm and robbery. About a year later, on August 14, 2005,
as y'all see, it was a car full of front hood Crips. A car full of them. The nigga only pointed the gun and aimed to kill a nigga that took his bitch. I told y'all, a lot of this street shit, it don't be about no gang banging. Niggas hide behind the gangs for protection. You feel me? They want to be a part of something. You feel me? Niggas don't really want to kill their ops unless it's about a bitch. Kids, stay out the streets, man. Your homies ain't really your homies. You will be down for this. You thinking like it's all about us and fuck them. But really, it's fuck him because my bitch fucked him. Man, kids, stay the fuck out the streets. Like I said, I'm going to keep on putting this positive into the world. Let y'all see all sides of this shit, my nigga. My mama, this street shit, this shit is all an illusion. This gangbang shit, this shit is all an illusion. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, out of all them Crips that was in the car, the only nigga got touched in the motherfucking car was the nigga who was fucking his bitch. Crazy, man. We're gonna keep this shit going.
Two-time Piru member named James Bland, a.k.a. J-Rock, and an 8'7" gangster Crip by the name of Pablo, a.k.a. Lil Spider, rode through Bakersfield with Bland's girlfriend, Tessa Wandick. Tessa would be visiting her best friend named Wayana Phillips, who was married to an ex-Crip from Bakersfield named Dominguez Prince, who is known for physically abusing her. The next day, Prince and Phillips had a barbecue, and Fruitown Piru members James and 8'7" gangster Crip Pablo, along with Tessa, would attend. Later that night during the barbecue, Prince would punch Phillips for not making him a plate. This would cause her best friend, Tessa, to be upset, and Tessa would try to intervene, and Prince would physically Tessa by her neck and yell to Fruitown Piru member Bland that he needed to come get his girlfriend. Bland would take Tessa, along with Phillips and 8'7" Crip Pablo, and they would all leave the party. The following day, Tessa, Bland, Pablo, including Philip, would all return back to Prince's apartment. Now, as Phillips entered the apartment, her boyfriend Prince would punch her in the face, knocking her unconscious. As Tessa was attending to Philip, Prince would offer to give Bland and Pablo a ride back to LA, which they both accepted. While heading back into LA, 8'7" Crip Pablo would tell Prince to stop the car on 87th Place. As the group all exited the vehicle, Bland and Pablo would stand behind the car near the driver's side and open fire. Pablo would shoot Prince 4 times in the head, killing him on the scene. Both Bland and Pablo.
So I'm gonna pause this. Niggas that I don't know, homie, I'm not offering no ride. You niggas ain't getting in my car. I don't trust niggas anyway. On my mama, I don't trust bitches. Like me personally, if I was Prince, man, don't bring no gangbanging niggas to my house. I don't give a fuck. Your homegirl gangbang. She bringing these gangbang niggas, these niggas from these different hoods, this Fruitown Piru nigga, this 8'7" Crip nigga. And you gotta have respect for your woman, fool. On my mama, like, number one, I don't advise no nigga to be putting their hands on no female, right? That ain't my lane anyway. I don't abuse women anyway. But if it's gonna be some domestic violence shit, whether it's an argument, me going back and forth with her, whatever, she hit me, we described it, whatever, me and my woman, that's some in-house shit that need to stay in-house between y'all. Like, niggas shouldn't be bold enough to put his hands on any female in front of no niggas. Like, that make the niggas look weak if they just sit there and watch it, you feel me? And when niggas feel weak, niggas start doing shit that they think make them tough. You feel what I'm saying? So, once the girl Phillips left with the 2 niggas and the girl, and she came back. First of all, she left with 2 niggas and her friend. And she came back, you punched her, but then you offered the niggas she left with a ride to LA? Nah, bitch, you ain't coming up in here. Leave with them niggas. Leave with them niggas on my mama, bitch. I'm not fucking with you. Like, what you left with 2 niggas and your homegirl. Ain't no telling what y'all did. Ain't no, but you friendly. Niggas be putting their hands on female, be friendly with niggas they don't know. Stop it, nigga. It wouldn't be me. It couldn't be me. Because ain't no niggas coming to my house that I don't know. I don't trust niggas, bro. I don't want, bitch, listen. If anything, if you was going to put your hands on her, it should have been the fact she brought some niggas you don't know to your house. And you should have turned them niggas around and the bitch that brought the niggas. Like, bitch, you know I don't like niggas in my house. You know ain't no nigga coming over here. You know I don't trust no nigga. Period, bro. Oh my mama, period. So you took them niggas to LA and you let them niggas stop at a certain area, which was the 8-7 gangster Crip hood. You feel me? You let them stop over there, they got behind the car and they aired your shit out. This all would have been avoided if you wouldn't put niggas that you don't know in your car. Like, how do you feel comfortable with two niggas you don't know giving them a ride to LA? Like, nigga, you know what goes on in LA, nigga? You can get back door, bro. This shit probably ain't worse than Chicago, but you can't be trusting no niggas you don't know, fool. We're gonna keep this shit going.
Pablo will be arrested, and Phillips will testify against both of them. They will be convicted and sentenced to 50 years to life in prison for the murder of Dominguez Prince. The following year, we will see a war between Fruittown Pirus and Treetop Pirus boil over. On May 27, 2006, Fruittown Piru member by the name of Harold Carey will see Treetop Piru member Carly Jackson at a liquor store. He stepped to him and said, "What that fruit like?" And Jackson responded, "So what?" Fruittown Piru member Carey would immediately leave the store, and shortly after, Jackson will pay for his stuff and leave also. Not long after, Fruittown members, including Carey, a man named Flores, and Cox will be riding down Hickory Street when they would spot Treetop member Jackson. Cox would hop out the car and he would start dumping. Jackson began running but was hit multiple times in his hip and butt. Cox could be heard yelling, "Fuck tank tops." Jackson would slowly make his way to a nearby barbershop where he would tell a woman to call the police. After the shooting, when questioned by the police, Jackson would tell the police that a Mexican gang, the T-Flats, had shot him. But a month later, after being arrested for a firearm, Jackson would change his story and tell police that Cox of Fruittown Piru shot him, which ultimately led Fruittown members Flores, Cox, and Carey all being convicted of attempted murder and premeditated murder.
Hey, these niggas would tell on you, man. Listen, this gang banging shit, that shit is all an illusion. I definitely think it's stupid. You feel me? At the end of the day, you killing your own people. Whether you a Mexican gang from going to war with another Mexican gang, a black gang going to war with another black gang. But these niggas don't even be solid. As you see, he first got caught. He still made a statement. That's still snitching. Even though you lying, you said the T-Flats did it. Why is you telling on the T-Flats? Why you trying to get them convicted? Then you got arrested for a crime and you change the whole story and identify the niggas who did it to you. But ain't you the nigga who banged on the Fruittown nigga first? Ain't you the nigga who said, nigga, woo banged your hood acting like you tough? Ain't you the nigga who said it first like you was hard? You don't know what come with gang banging? You don't know what come. If you bang a hood on your ops and the ops don't do nothing right then and there, you should assume that they coming back. You probably humiliated them, like you on everything. Cause when you bang on a nigga and you say, "What the woo, nigga, what the fuck your hood, woo woo," and nigga be like, "All right," and they just leave. Don't think this shit over, my nigga. Don't think this shit over, fool. My mama. But to the niggas that came busting on them, your ops would tell on you. It's been going on every hood around the world. So to me, it's just a game. It's just a game of who gonna tell first, who gonna get caught first, who gonna do the most time, who gonna die first. That's all it is. That's all. That's the game you playing. Who gonna last the longest? Who gonna stay solid the longest? Who gonna die first? Who gonna live? Who gonna live to snitch on everything? Period. Because if you think about it, most niggas is in jail because of a witness identifying a motherfucker that told on them from the opposite gang. Niggas from your own gang will tell on you. You got to worry about the ops trying to kill you. You got to worry about niggas from your block trying to kill you. The ops will snitch on you. Niggas from your block will snitch on you. You feel me? And at the end of the day, it's only two ways about this shit, fool. Well, it's multiple ways about this shit. You're going to either be paralyzed, you're going to be dead, you're going to be in jail, or you're going to be a snitch, fool. There's 4 ways about this shit. You're going to snitch your way about this shit. You're going to die. You're going to lose your life about this shit. You're going to do life about this shit. And you're going to be paralyzed about this shit, fool. Kids, stay the fuck out the streets. It ain't what you think. We're going to keep this shit going.
Just weeks later, on June 10, 2006, Fruittown Piru member named Edward Fells was driving by a gas station when he spotted 3 members of Treetop Piru, Deshaun Leslie, Ozzie Davis, and Davion Harvey. Even though he spotted them, he would continue driving down Rosecrans. Not long after, Fells would drive down Spruce Street following the group. He would then pull up near the sidewalk and start shooting. He would let off 14 shots, hitting Davis, who was instantly killed on the spot, and he would shoot Leslie, who ended up being wounded, and Harvey would escape uninjured by ducking behind a nearby vehicle. But Harvey, who was armed with a revolver, starts shooting at Fales as he retreated from the scene. About a month after this shooting, on July 22nd, Deshaun Leslie and Davion Harvey will get into a shootout in Watts in the Grape Street hood, and Harvey will be shot and killed. Months after Harvey's death, Deshaun Leslie will be questioned by police, and he would identify Fales as a shooter in the June 10th.
So, as y'all see, man, this can happen too. You can be spotted by your ops. Niggas do missions by themselves. Not everybody need the gang to go busting. As y'all see, the nigga from Fruittown, he seen them niggas. He just kept it pushing, but he laid on them niggas and followed them niggas to their hood. He got bracken on them. You feel me? He killed the nigga named Davis. He shot Leslie, and Harvey got away from that situation. He had a gun on him, and he got bracken on a Fruittown nigga and made the Fruittown nigga get away. But then, I guess they was in the bounty hunters. That's what the projects he just showed. And, you know, something happened over there. And, shit, the nigga Harvey got killed. You feel me? Now Leslie by himself. Now he lost one homie from the Fruittown. He lost another homie or whatever they was. And now he in the interrogation room. He know his time coming. Like I said, jail, death, paralyzed, or you gonna snitch. Now he in that interrogation room and he ready to drop names. Kids, stay the fuck out the streets. You might get away from this crime with this nigga. This nigga probably kept it solid this time. But guess what? At any time, a nigga can break code. A nigga can break code anytime. A nigga can be halfway through his sentence like, you know what? I'm tired of doing it. I did for 25 years. Nigga, they got me here for 50. I'm ready to come home now. Nigga can break code after the 25th year and snitch, bro. Kids, stay out the streets. These niggas ain't solid. They'll snitch on you. They'll set you up to die. They'll tell on you. They'll trick you off the streets. On my mama, and they'll be the main reason you doing jail or death. Like, it's all the same shit, fool. On my mama, these niggas are trying to fuck your bitch. You feel me? These niggas, like I said, man, this street shit is lame, bro. On my mama, I'm from the streets. I am a street nigga. But I'm smart enough to know this street shit ain't for me. This street shit ain't for y'all. If you smart enough, you gonna get the fuck away from them. You gonna recognize the red flags. You gonna understand this shit ain't for you. You feel me? We gonna keep this shit going.
2006 murder of Ozzie Davis. Now, Leslie being a Treetop member and identifying Fales.
The nigga told about some shit that had nothing to do with what he was caught for. Then you got into a shootout in the Grape Streets, but you telling about prior cases that you know about. What this remind me of? Menace to Society. Think about it. Kane and O-Dog, they did a robbery or whatever. They did some shit. Kane didn't really do nothing. You feel me? It was O-Dog. O-Dog killed the store owners, the lady and her husband or whatever. You feel me? The nigga that ended up telling, the nigga bought the tape from him for $59.95 or whatever. Nigga sold his soul for $60. Crazy. You feel me? Sold his soul for $50. Little did he know the nigga was holding on to that tape. So if something did happen, whether you niggas put your hands on him, whether he's in a situation of the police. Well, to me, that nigga been working with the police because the nigga sent y'all on a lick for cars. As soon as y'all got there, the security guard knew y'all was coming. They knew who y'all was. And the police was right there. So he had already been working for the police, in my opinion. But as soon as Kane put his hands on him, beat him, the nigga didn't come back and get bracken. The nigga didn't fight back. Nothing. The nigga went and snitched. Nigga dropped that tape like, fuck it. You niggas let that nigga do this to me, nigga. I'm finna tell on everybody. Everybody going to jail type shit. Feel me?
This would piss off not only Fruittown, but its own hood, Treetop Pirus. On November 8th, Leslie would start receiving death threats that if he snitched on Fales, he would lose his life. Ultimately, when it was time to testify, Leslie would plead the fifth and refuse to talk. But regardless of his testimony, there was enough evidence against Fales, and he was found guilty and convicted of murder and attempted murder and sentenced to 90 years to life in prison. Just a few years later, the war between Fruittown and the Tootsie.
Once you make a statement in that interrogation room, I don't give a fuck if you go in the courtroom and plead the fifth. Nigga, you already a snitch. You already been told. You already a rat. You already labeled as disloyal to me. Kids, stay out the streets. These niggas ain't solid. They'll tell. You feel me? I don't give a fuck if you telling on them. If you tell on them, you will tell on me. Now, the only reason this nigga didn't tell me he pled the fifth because he probably wasn't facing that much time, or he probably already made a deal and they didn't put it in the deal that you're not gonna get it unless you get on the stand and testify. If the deal would have mentioned that you only get this deal if you point a nigga out, nigga would have pointed a nigga out and then relocated, been in protective custody and all that shit. You feel me? We're gonna keep this shit going.
Tia Flats will be right back on. On December 29th, 2010, Fruitown Piru member Davion Brown, aka Tussle, was on the 2000 block of East Piru Street with a friend at around 10 a.m. in the morning. When a light-colored sedan would stop near them and allegedly a member of the T-Flats would hop out with a pistol and start shooting. Brown would be hit multiple times and the other teenager was able to escape without injury. Once taken to the hospital, Brown would be pronounced dead. Now 2 years would pass and the Fruits and Treetops were still at war and nobody was letting up. On September 30th, 2012, Fruitown Piru member Donnell Holloway and his cousin Robert, who was not a gang member, were at their aunt's house. Another Fruitown member by the name of Marvin Jefferson would show up outside and Robert would go out to meet him and talk to him. Robert noticed two men who were Treetop Pirus, James Lockhart and Dominique Jones, approaching. Robert assumed Lockhart was his cousin named Kiwan, so he walked up to him to greet him. But once he got close enough, he realized that he didn't recognize any of them. And suddenly Lockhart and Jones pulled guns from their waistline and started shooting. They let off 15 to 20 shots. Robert and Jefferson started running, but Robert would be hit in his leg and Jefferson would be hit in the jaw. Afterwards, Treetop members fled. Jefferson, although shot in the jaw, he was able to get up and walk to the apartment, but Robert couldn't feel his legs. Both men, although seriously injured, would survive this shooting. Eventually,
So, this situation reminds me of, we don't walk up to cars we don't know or cars we unfamiliar with. I don't give a fuck if you thought that was your people's. You feel me? I can't say that, I done seen people that I thought was my people, but as far as this hood shit go, and you heavily beefing, that's not a good idea to walk up to anybody. Let them come to you. You feel me? And at the same time, if you in war, it's just like if niggas go to Iraq. Nigga, you in war zone. Nigga, you gotta have that thing on you at all times. You can't be slipping, because at any point in time, the ops can't wait to catch you lacking. The police can't wait to catch you with it. The ops want to catch you without it because it make it so much easier. It's like a free body. Oh, niggas ain't got nothing on them. We can walk these niggas down. And if we don't finish the job, we can walk back up. We can walk up on them and walk them down. Period. You feel me? But rest in peace to the nigga who lost his life in this situation. We're going to keep it going.
Witnesses would ID Jones and Lockhart as the shooters, and they will be arrested. Both men will be found guilty of 2 counts of attempted murder, and both were sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. Just weeks later,
Real California milk has been keeping it real since, well, always. Real makes all.
Fruitown Piru member by the name of Alfred Crowder, a Rolling 60s member by the name of Jonathan Duke, and the dime block hustler Crip Palmer were standing outside. Duke of Rolling 60s would tell Crowder and Palmer that another Rolling 60s member by the name of Victor Enriquez had been snitching on a fellow Rolling 60s member about a previous shooting that took place. Now, at this time across the street, Enriquez of 60s was standing outside with another man by the name of Terrence Dorsey, who was affiliated with the Kitchen Crips. At around 11 p.m., Duke and Crowder would cross the street, heading towards Enriquez. Enriquez would go to open the gate for Duke and Crowder, but the moment he opened the gate for them, Crowder would grab Enriquez by his collar and start stabbing him. Enriquez would fall to the ground, and Duke and Crowder would stand over his body. But eventually, Duke and Crowder would flee the scene, and just 13 minutes later, after paramedics arrived, Enriquez would be pronounced dead at the scene. Eventually, both Crowder and Duke would be identified by the Kitchen Crip Dorsey. Now, Dorsey making his choice to identify both Crowder and Duke, it would cause retaliation. And sometime later, as Dorsey sat on his porch, men...
So I did a story on this, where Enriquez, he was banging Rolling 60s, and Duke was, I guess, claiming Rolling 60s. They had a squabble. Enriquez had a squabble with Duke because he said he kept saying Duke was claiming Rolling 60s but never got his put on. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all niggas already got into a boxing match. Why the fuck would you open the gate for him? Like, what? Me personally, I just had a fight with a nigga and I told a nigga he ain't from the set. I'm wondering, why the fuck is this nigga outside my house? Why the fuck is this nigga right here? Like, why the fuck is this nigga coming to my gate? Like, I'm already on 10. Like, nigga, what you... I'm talking to him through the gate. What's bracking, fool? What's up? What you doing over here, fool? And I'm sure you can recognize the energy because niggas ain't coming there smiling like, hey, how you doing, man? I know we fought earlier, but hey, man, we good. I know niggas ain't coming like that. Even that situation, it's still to be a red flag for me, nigga. I'm not letting you in this apartments where I stay at or where I'm kicking it at. Hell no. Let me go put something on me, or let me let it die down first or something. Like, niggas gotta be smarter out here, but kids, stay the fuck out the streets. Like I said, if you want to know the situation that happened with Duke and Enriquez more detailed, check out my reactions with the Rolling 60s versus Rolling 60s, and that should give you the details you need, because he ain't really go into too much detail on this situation right here. But what I can tell you is Duke was from Rolling 60s, or claiming Rolling 60s. Crowder was from Fruittown, and then nigga Palmer told Duke and Crowder that nigga Enriquez had snitched on him previously. So that added more fuel to the fire for Duke. Duke fought the nigga because he said he not really from the hood. And now his homie Palmer said that he snitched on him. But guess what? It's a crazy turn of events. It's a crazy twist in the story. Palmer ended up snitching on Crowder and Duke after he put the battery in their back about Enrique snitching. Kids, stay out the streets. These niggas will trick you off the streets. They'll put a battery in your back to have you put in work that they scared to do. And if something happen, they telling on your motherfucking ass so they can come home. Period, my nigga. We gonna keep this shit going.
Would drive by and open fire, shooting at Dorsey. Dorsey would come out unharmed, but this was a clear threat to shut Dorsey up. By the end of the trial, Crowder and Duke were both convicted of murder and sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. Now, a year after this, we will see violence arise between Fruittown Piru members and individuals from 11-8 East Coast Block Crips. On July 20th, 2013, Fruittown members of 400 Peach Street, Patricia Bellows and her brother, Norvell Willis, a.k.a. Lil C.K. Smooth, were attending a party of a woman named Kenya Williams on 119th Street, directly in 11-8 East Coast Block Crips hood. Now, Kenya's brother named Bali was once friends with Willis of Fruittown Piru when they were kids. But at this point in life, they were no longer on speaking terms. About an hour into the party, Willis and Bali will both get into an argument, and Willis will be jumped by Bali and about 20 other people at that party. Willis' sister, who was also a part of Fruittown Piru, Patricia, would try to help her brother out, but Patricia would be also stumped and beaten. Eventually, the crowd would disperse, and Patricia and Willis would immediately leave in their mother's red burgundy Navigator. 2 days later, Willis would take to Facebook and post, "We got packed out at a little party over there, but me and my sister, but on Piru, we was on them crabs, blood." After this post, 4 days later, at around 2:30 a.m., Fruittown Pirus will be looking for payback. They will return to the same house on 119th Street, driving in the same burgundy Navigator. But this time, Ricky Levi, a.k.a. Wacko, and Patricia, and a man by the name of Chapman. Inside the home was Bali's mother, sister, and other family members. But Bali...
Oh, so Bali brought the drama to his mama house. You feel me? It was a party, and the Fruittown Brim member, or Fruittown Piru niggas, and the Fruittown Piru nigga and his sister came. They got packed out by the East Coasters. So that should tell you, bro, ain't nobody finna let that shit slide. Nigga, you jump me and my sister, nigga, 20, 30 niggas. Y'all put your hands on my sister. Nigga, Bali, you supposed to know niggas finna come back. Y'all niggas supposed to be, nigga, in the front yard ready and waiting. But guess what? Like most situations, they never get the person they supposed to get. Niggas bring this type of drama to their granny house, to their mama house, to their cousin's house. Feel me? And they ain't even the one that own the house. And guess what? The 30 East Coast niggas that was there, they not at the house. But his mama, his sister, and I guess whoever the fuck Mosby is, probably his stepdaddy. You feel what I'm saying? They gonna get the full extent of the consequences. But listen, we gonna keep this shit going. Kids, stay the fuck out the streets. This shit is not what you think. It's all an illusion and full of confusion. We're gonna keep this shit going.
Was not home at the time. Moments later, Fruittown member Chapman would step out of the Navigator and would go to a nearby bedroom window, and he would start yelling out Bali's name. And when someone from inside the home responded, Chapman immediately started shooting through the bedroom window. He would let off 7 shots into the house, yelling, "Fuck crabs." And immediately after, Chapman and the other Piru members would flee the scene. No one was hurt in this shooting, but while fleeing the scene, police officers in the vicinity will get the radio call and will spot the Fruitown member's navigator turning on a main street from 119th Street, and this would lead to a chase. But eventually, Patricia, who was driving the red navigator, will stop. Chapman will be arrested right there at the spot, but Patricia and the other members will flee on foot, being pursued by the police. But eventually, Levi and Patricia will both be detained, and everybody involved will be arrested. As the case came to a close, Chapman and Patricia will be both found guilty of attempted murder and sentenced to life in prison. About 2 months after this incident, Fruitown will be out and about looking for front hood Crips. On October 20th, 2013, Ed Roy of Fruitown was near a mini-mart of the north corner of Williamson Avenue and Stockwell. Roy would open fire on a group of people. Everyone would immediately start running. As Roy ran down Stockwell, he would run into a woman named Maya Boyce, who's a front hood Crip. He would say to her, "You from Fishhead?" And he pointed the gun at Boyce, who started running. Roy attempted to pull the trigger, but the gun was jammed. Moments later, while running, Roy saw a man named Jamel Cordine walking by a house on 817 Stockwell Street. He asked Cordine where he was from. When Cordine said he didn't gangbang, Cordine tried to walk away, but Roy would then shoot Cordine twice in the leg and run off. Roy would hop into a nearby silver Nissan. Although wounded, Jamel Cordine would survive his injuries. Multiple witnesses who seen it happen would testify against Roy and ID him as a shooter, and he would be arrested and eventually convicted of the attempted murder and sentenced to 15 years to life in prison. Now, after all of the bloodshed between Fruitown and Treetop, eventually the violence would come to a halt. A peace treaty would happen, and we would see Treetop member and well-known rapper named YG have a peace walk with all the Piru hoods that chose to attend.
We doing a Piru walk, you know what I'm saying, a peace walk. We came together, my hood and the Fruitown Piru. Like, we've been at war for like the last 10 years, but we just ended it.
I want to thank everybody who tapped into today's video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.
Shout out to the Treetops and the Fruitowns for getting that shit right. You know, I'm all for peace and unity. You know, peace and unity means less violence. You know, more kids being able to walk the streets safely. Feel me? Less violence for sure. You feel me? But that nigga that did that shit with the front hoods, nigga, you tried to kill it. You tried to pop a broad, nigga, in a gun jam. Nigga, you kept on running. You see another nigga, he say he on bang, and you pop him. Oh my God, these niggas, boy. It was better off not trying to kill a female anyway, because you know she gonna tell on your motherfucking ass. Nigga, once the gun jam, you should have just got on. You feel me? Because it's gonna be easily to identify you after you just tried to kill her. Then you run a couple steps, hit a corner, and somebody else gets shot. He gonna identify you too. You ain't kill him. But like I said, man, kids stay out the streets. This shit ain't what you think. It's all an illusion, and it's full of confusion, my nigga. These niggas don't really be with you. The ops really don't want to kill you like that. They'll snitch on your ass. Your homies will snitch on you. You feel me? Your homies will backdoor you, kill you. I done seen this a situation where a nigga was being set up by his homies, and they was making a plan with the ops. Like, we'll give you him for him. Like, make a trade-off. Y'all could kill him. Just let us kill this dude type shit. Like, using you as a pawn type shit. Feel me? Using you as a motherfucking sacrifice. But listen, man, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hit that hype button, hit that like button, that notification bell, man. Not later, but right now. Subscribe and all that. My name is Young Woo. This is On The Block News.
I be on the block like when crack first hit. If I'm feeling iffy, then my gat gon' spit. I am not a rapper, I don't cap about shit. Dope boy, state of mind, I'ma trap till I'm rich. I be outside like when crack first hit. If I'm feeling iffy, then my gat gon' spit. I am not a rapper, I don't cap about shit. Dope boy, state of mind, I'ma trap till I'm rich. First nigga outside before sunrise. Old school ways, but I'm still a young guy. A real trooper, I be grinding on the front line. Hungry for the money, I'ma eat like it's lunchtime. Really out here, nigga, let's go band for band. Made a lot of transactions, I'm talking hand to hand. Based on the statistics, statistics, I never had a chance. Still I sketched a blueprint and I mapped the plan. First case crash, took me in for crack rock. 54th and Duwarty, that was the crack block. Stood solid, never folded like a laptop. Trying to get to school, getting banged on at the dash stop. Can you give me a pistol is what I asked Pops. Late nights walking through the ops on Ascot. Really repping for the team like a mascot. Doing stupid shit, I could've really got my ass shot. Second charge that I caught was a gun case. Got bail money, I ain't got a fundraise. Still remember being broke with a fun day. Overground cause debts can't go unpaid. So I'm serving like way to serve lunch trade. The 2 doors a Challenger, not a Mustang. Chop her down like a barber, it was one phase. Cameras everywhere, we gon' flush it if they come raid, nigga. I be on the block like when crack first hit. If I'm feeling iffy, then my gat gon' spit. I am not a rapper, I don't cap about shit. Dope boy, state of mind, I'ma trap till I'm rich. I be outside like when crack first hit. If I'm feeling iffy,